This is Young Money, a show about entrepreneurs, innovators, and the journeys that they've undertaken. I'm Nandini, and today I have with me on the show the founder of Crumbl, which is an edible cookie dough serving company. So, because raw cookie dough is actually, it cannot be consumed by us, but Rutvi and her team have come up with this amazing company where they have created a recipe for cookie dough, which is edible and it can be consumed by us. So, I had heard of edible cookie dough before, but not in India. And when I came across Crumble, I was actually excited because this is a new concept for us. For in India, it is a new concept and it looks pretty interesting. And I contacted Rutvi, and after talking to her, I desperately wanted to try the cookie dough that her company serves, and wanted more and more people to discover this delicious concept. Today I have Rutvi with me and she's going to tell us more about her company. So, how are you, Rutvi?
Hi Nandini, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So, let's get started with the questions. So, I did give an introduction for Crumble, but I want to hear from your side. What is Crumble? And what made you want to start this business, or why did you get into this line of business?
Okay. So basically, this is the basic question which I'm getting right now.
Yeah.
So, crumble is basically, obviously, as you said, it's an edible cookie dough. And obviously, here in India, people are not quite aware about it. And people might have heard about it, but they have not tried it actually, like what actually it is. So,
Yeah.
sometimes it is like people, as you said, that you might have heard it, but it is totally a American concept which we wanted to bring out. So that I started Crumble basically because I was always passionate about food industry, but
Okay.
somehow professionally I was not into the food industry. So gradually things positively happened for me in lockdown basically because when people were not working, I was the one
Yeah.
I was planning for creating a new business because I started Crumble during lockdown.
Okay. Yeah.
So during like when India was totally under lockdown, the major first phase of lockdown, that's when I started, and I started the R&D and everything. And I was not particularly for cookie dough. I wanted to start my own food product. I was not like very sure about cookie dough at that moment. Even I had no clue about it. Like obviously I knew cookie dough when I was maybe fifth or sixth standard. I made cookie dough, but during the this research and development part, cookie dough was not in my mind that let's start cookie dough. I didn't have any such clue, but I wanted a food product. That's so for sure. So like it took 2-3 months to just figure out which product we should go, because obviously the world is going towards the healthier side, and people are
Yeah.
like
Definitely.
going vegan and keto and everything. All those trends are coming in India as well. So I wanted something which is like ready to eat, no fuss, and it should be obviously tasty because it's a food product. So
Yeah.
after the whole research part, we came like we did trial and error with few products prior to cookie dough. But lastly, I came across cookie dough and I was like, let's try it. Like I'm not sure how it will work in India, but let's figure out something with it because as you said, people are not quite aware about it. So that could be a plus point as well, that we can create a whole monopoly in the industry.
Yeah.
And particularly in our place, like we are based from Ahmedabad, so there is no such company. Like we were very sure about it that in Gujarat at least we don't have any of the competitors, but gradually when we researched about it, we got to know that even in India we don't have any such major competitions around. So that was also a basic plus point that let's start it. And then after maybe three next other 3 to 4 months, we developed the recipes and everything, because obviously it should not be unhealthy to be eaten, because it should be a raw part. But as we can't eat raw flour, so it is unhealthy. So we have to bring up a whole new recipe, because it should also be egg free, and we don't even want to add
Yeah.
any preservatives to it. Along with that, maintaining
Okay.
the shelf life, because we are shipping pan India.
Yeah, yeah.
So there were few, obviously there were few issues in that, and gradually we came with few of the recipes and finalized everything, finalized the whole packaging, because I was very clear on this part only, that whatever the food product is, I want the packaging. Um, Packaging should be absolutely like clean, and it should create an image like एक बार में देखे you should get that feel के okay, it is something
Yeah, it
new
has
and
to be,
something
it
like
has to be very attractive so
worth.
people.
Exactly. So that the first glance should be like, I want to buy it. Like, let's try at least what it is. So I
Yeah.
was very clear on the packaging, and so it after that it took like 1 2 other months for just for the packaging design and everything, and finally we launched the product, and like it obviously took some time because people are not aware. So that was the main point which we have to create is awareness. Except
Yeah.
the product, the main part was bringing awareness. So we started the marketing, but that was not the only point here. It was not a usual like pizza or french fries which people are already aware about. It was something new, and like we obviously faced many issues during the time when we started, but yeah, gradually things worked, and we are doing good now. Like we are the 2 3 months old brand now.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I
yeah,
have seen your Instagram page and I have to say this to be very honest, I love your stories, It just it's really interesting. I mean, I love looking at the cookie packages and the um new like menu products that you've come up with. It's just very like pretty to look at.
I'm glad. At least like we are not getting any reviews. Like obviously we are getting reviews, but everybody, we get it from our family friends, but obviously you'll think they are just pushing you or supporting you, so that's why they are just being kind enough to like appreciate you. But
Yeah.
from somebody who we don't know and they are coming and dropping us some good reviews, that actually makes the day.
Yeah, right. Okay, so I remember, when we were talking before the show, we were talking pre-show. You told
Hmm.
me that you also own a travel agency, like you said before that during the lockdown you had just started a new business, right?
Right.
So, but due to COVID, people aren't traveling. But when things get back to normal, how do you plan on managing both the businesses, because both of them require work? So how do
Right,
you plan
right.
on managing both of them together?
So yeah, travel industry. So I was in travel industry. Like I spent 2 to 3 years of my life in that, and when finally I started my own travel agency, that was in February 2020, and
Okay,
that was technically not a good time to start,
that's
but
when the
as
lockdown happened.
we have
Yeah.
after just like when I started settling a bit with it, lockdown happened after just after a month, which is in March 2020. So
Yeah.
like I felt like I just lost everything, and I am a person who needs who continuously wants to work, and I need something in my hand. So after this happened, and everybody knew that it is not obviously for a shorter period, and it is not like for 2 3 months or maybe 6 months or 8 months, and after that things won't be getting normal like as it was priorly, at least in the travel industry, because that was the worst hidden sector after this COVID thing happened. So I
Yeah.
was like that there's no uh, coming back to normalcy after COVID as well. So the basic, even I used to attend few seminars and everything was happening, obviously online webinars and everything.
Yeah.
So everybody in the industry was like, we can expect some normal situation only around 2021 mid. And as we
Okay.
are about to start 2021, even I can't see a normal pattern coming back in mid of 2021 as well. So
But I
that was
see
the
so
whole.
many people traveling right now. I mean, it's like they're traveling more than like the normal situation. I mean, obviously, in the initial
Right.
stage, when you're saying like February and March, it was really bad and people were really scared. But now, it's better. I mean, people are like, ठीक है, कितनी देर तक हम घर में बैठेंगे?
Exactly. The whole issue is people are do traveling, but people are traveling just domestically and just doing the
Yeah.
hotels and everything. That is a like a bit of headache kind of thing, because
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are not even understanding. Like here from Ahmedabad, people travel to Udaipur. So Udaipur is like 80% people are coming back with COVID, like basically turning positive and coming back. So they won't
Oh,
understand. They'll just
okay.
blame the travel agent that you suggested the hotel. So I don't want to end up in such situations. So I was like very
Yeah,
sure that
obviously.
I don't want to start anything again in travel unless and until the situation totally turns back to normal, or at least the
Yeah.
vaccines are out and everything is settled down a bit. So I was like quite sure that at least not for a year or so I'll be turning back to this industry. So I thought let's just start something which I was always passionate about. So I was always into this industry and I wanted to start something. So obviously it needed a lot and lot of motivation when the whole world was under depression and everything literally stopped. Yeah, things happened, and once everything is back, I have not thought about it as of now, but the whole basic plan is that I want to settle down with Crumble in maybe next 6 to 8 months. That is a total of 1 year. So post that, I can just hire a few employees or something so they can just take
Okay.
care of it. Right now I am into expansion, so obviously right now this is the stage Crumble needs me, so I can't leave it like that. But after maybe 8 months or 10 months, I want a stable situation from Crumble. That's the thought. And post that,
Okay.
I can again start giving time to my travel thing. So as it is also going to develop, I have to start everything from scratch for that industry now.
Yeah.
So it will totally need my time again. So the plan is I'll settle down with Crumble in next few months, and then again I'll start giving time to my tourism industry, and I'll be giving more time to that and maybe work like few employees for Crumble or something like that. But yeah, totally Crumble is a full time thing, and
Yeah.
so I don't want to compromise over it because even though tourism industry took 2 3 years or maybe 4 years of my life, but even though spending like 6 to 8 months behind Crumble is, I am like more emotionally attached to it because that's where my heart was always and I wanted to do something with that, and like I started it. So let's see how both the things go together.
Yeah, so basically it is that you can leave Crumble, but Crumble won't leave you.
Exactly. But actually even I can't leave Crumble because I am like very much emotionally attached to it. But it was like I've spent like most of the lockdown, we don't had any other work during lockdown, so the
Yeah.
hours in lockdown were more, like it was more productive obviously because I had no other work. So I was always behind it ki I want to do it, I want to do it, and I always do the research. And like literally for the during the recipe time I continuously made daily 2 to 3 batches of cookie dough for like 2 to 3
Oh,
months continuously, because I'm not professionally into this. Like obviously I wanted to do that, but unfortunately I was not into this culinary thing or baking by profession. But so
yeah.
that's why it took some more time for it to bring out a perfect recipe which can be shipped, because cookie dough in the western parts is like a retail store, like our ice cream shops. So that thing, that recipe and our recipe should, like, it obviously makes some difference because it should remain that, like the cookie dough should hold the texture and color and the flavors, everything, because it is going to stay up to the days which we are, like 20 days, that's what we are claiming. So it should
Yeah.
remain as perfect as it should, like till 20 days, because obviously if we ship somewhere out from here, it will take approximately 4 to 5 days, so it should stay fresh and good. So
Hmm.
it took some time just to build the recipe.
Yeah, I'm sure it must have, because it's like the food industry, everything should be perfect.
Right, right. And also like the whole licensing thing, because I was very sure I want to start everything on a very legal note. So
Okay.
we signed up for all the legal documents, all the food licensing and nutritional values and shelf life, everything. We got everything tested in the food labs and everything. So we have all the documents if we need it in future or something. But
Okay.
we are quite sure that we'll be starting everything on a very professional and legal note only, and not like just, so we wanted to launch it like a product and not like something like a home baker kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's really important.
Exactly. So yeah, this is what the plan is, and let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Okay, so um as I said before, even though edible cookie dough is a new concept, I've seen that there are a few emerging companies. I remember when we were talking about these companies before the show. I mean, obviously, we won't reveal their names, but how do you feel about these competitors? And, like, how is Crumble different from the other edible cookie dough serving companies?
Right. So obviously, as I said, we do have maybe two, three competitors around Pan India, but it never like bothered me basically because obviously each product are different. Even if we are taking the
Yeah,
basic pizza, so all the pizza stores are different from each like one another. So
yeah,
basically, even as starting a brand, I'll obviously look how the competitor works and how things are working. But we
yeah,
had our
yeah,
own strategies, and we were quite sure that whatever the mistakes, and every brand has a loop and has few issues in it. So we figured out everything, and obviously we have to come up with a better, everything better, like a better product. And after having a look and after developing the recipe, I was like very sure, until that even I am very sure that our cookie dough, at least in India, tastes like one of the best. So I am very sure because
okay,
as a foodie and as food is around me, I always feel that presentation is important, but the taste is the like main part of food. Because
yeah,
lastly,
definitely.
yes, so lastly food is all about the taste, and if the food is pretty looking but it is not tasty, then it doesn't make sense at all. So that was the whole issue. So I thought that I just wanted to create a better product, and I'm like very very sure about the taste. Like, even obviously if you're starting something new, if there is a new product coming in the market, sooner or later you are going to have competitions, and people are going to come up with the similar products as you have. And
Yeah,
that is a basic thing, and I was like, wait, I was always prepared for it. Even after we launched, there are few brands which launched after we launched, and
okay.
I was very fine with it because I am very sure about each of the aspects which we have, because we have minutely created all the aspects, starting from packaging to design to taste and to quality. So all the things are maintained on point, and along with that we have made a point that the product should not be over expensive, that not everybody could afford it. So we have made it like a very average price, so we don't want to like put a barrier there that this is only for maybe upper middle class or elite class only. And we
Hmm.
want everybody to try it, and we want to make this a like household product, like each house should contain this cookie dough and should try it at least once. So that was
Yeah.
the whole idea behind it. So competitors never bothered us actually, and we do obviously we do have like a eye on all of our competitors, that like to be very frank, obviously each brand does that, that they at least know what is happening around.
Yeah, definitely. And I
So
think it's good to have competitors. It makes you want to get more better.
exactly, and having more competitors, like basically we more awareness is created. So our one of like few of our job is done. So that is a good part. We are always happy to have. In fact, the brand I said they launched after we launched, so we were more than happy ki chalo more people will know about cookie dough. Then obviously they can choose whichever they want to have, and they'll gradually know about whichever the brands are in the market, so they can try all the products. But at least there is a bit of awareness, because awareness is the main point, and awareness of the product is the main issue which we have. So
Yeah.
competitors are always a good part, and we are always happy if there is some new brand coming in India with edible cookie dough.
Yeah. Okay. You know, like tell us about the behind the scenes of the company. I mean, I know your part. Like, I know you did tell me that you take care of the baking part, but who are the other people on your team? Tell us a little more about them.
So about the team, obviously, as of now, as we just started, we don't have a huge team, but the main like the manufacturing part and all the previous things were done by me, the back end things, and The things which
Okay.
were prior to the product launch were done by me. But obviously, if I have planned to grow, I'll need a team. So manufacturing part, marketing, promotions, all those parts are still done by me. But the rest whole, my Instagram, my social media is handled by one of my friend. Like it is, she's one of my friend, and her name is Ritika. So she handles all the content and posting and stories. She's the one behind creating all those stuff. Like obviously we do brainstorming about the content and everything, but the stories and stuff are totally handled by her. So all the credits to her for that. And for the marketing, like the social, because I'm not quite good with social media. Also, I made my personal account after I started my travel agency, because I thought there is a need, at least a social existence
Mm.
is needed
Yeah.
during these times. Like everything is digital, so that's when I created my personal account. Before that I was not even on Instagram. So
Okay.
I'm not a social media person, and I'm almost dead on Instagram. So I had no clue how to use it and how to make best out of it. So obviously I needed somebody. So Ritika is the one who is into Instagram and everything, and my photographers keep on changing. So, but we do have some photographers, because obviously it should be visually appealing. So that's the only
Definitely.
selling
Yeah.
point during the time of COVID, at least. And all the like paid promotions and Instagram promotions and all those digital marketing kind of stuff are also, I have another friend, so they have this digital marketing company. So those people are for responsible for my digital marketing stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, we are starting, like we are building a team. We are trying to do that gradually, and we are even trying to enter into retail, not exactly retail, but like after the pre conversation we had, after that, like this is, I'm not sure how many months, but we have entered into two cafes in Ahmedabad as well,
Oh,
like on
wow.
the retail shelves. And yeah, so that's how we are just on a trial and error basis, like what is working and what is not working for us. So we are just
Yeah.
checking on everything, that I don't want to miss out on anything. So gradually we are trying to enter on the like actual in the actual market, but that will take some time still.
Yeah, I'm sure, but it's, you go, you're testing out everything, so you'll know what's perfect for you and the company.
Right, so the basic point is obviously B2C, but we are very much interested into B2B channels as well. So we are just trying how everything is working. If it works, well and good, but not, then we still have people who are like in crazy love with cookie dough. So yeah, that makes our job a bit easier.
Yeah. Okay, so what is your vision for Crumble? Like 5 years down the line, where do you see your business?
That's a very nerve-wracking question, actually. It is very, very difficult, because every day is a challenge. Like even today, I just figure out, I just look that I need to expand, I need to grow. So every day, whenever I like, once I wake up, I'm like, okay, let's get back to work. I need to work hard, I need to grow everything. That's the whole point. So for 5 years is a like a huge thing, but maybe we can just, for a long term thing, we can maybe say 1 or 2 years. So in next 1 or 2 years, I guess, I hope we might be on the retail shelves, because we are planning to like increase the shelf life. So I want it to be on the, because right now the whole issue is we are not able to go on the retail shelf because of the shelf life.
Okay.
So as we don't have any preservatives, and in room temperature it can stay up to 20 days, so that is a very good thing in general. But as compared to the other retail products, like all the dry snacks and everything, as compared to those, it can't stay that much long. Like basic it should be 3 months basically. Freezer, it can stay up to 3 months, but not all the retail stores have a
Yeah, yeah, they don't
freezer.
have freezers. Yeah.
So that's the whole issue. And right now we are just planning to expand in Ahmedabad, like try in Ahmedabad's retail shelf, because that is still possible, like staying in the city and sending it over. So that won't waste a day. But if we are sending it across the whole in like pan India stuff, So that will take like 4 to 5 days shipping, and it will stay only 10 to 15 days more. So that is the whole issue. But we are trying to increase the shelf life, and the main plan is to be on the major stores, like the brand chains and everything, the major chains. And obviously we want it to be on the shelves and not directly through online. Online obviously plays an important part, but I want it directly on the shelf of the stores, like some of the major stores and major chains in India.
Yeah.
So I hope we get that there, but I have no clue how we are going to do. But that is my idea, and that is what I want particularly.
Okay, Rutvi, I hope you achieve all your goals. Thank you so much for coming on the show and talking to us about Crumble. It was a pleasure having you here.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Like, thank you so much for calling me and inviting me for this. It was an amazing experience.
Okay, so for those of
And
you who want to check out Crumble and its delicious menu, I'll leave a link in the description to make it easier for you. Alright, guys, that does it for today's edition of Young Money. If you're someone who owns a business or if you know someone who has had an exciting journey, you can reach out to us at ympodcast@gmail.com, and we wish you a very happy new year. We'll see you in 2021.